eyes on me. You've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault, hell, you brought in this outside dog. Yeah, this outside dog.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the Cowboys sideline, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. These guys have really been struggling. Just 2 wins over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, good move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Zach Vaughn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Eagles offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season, and if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The carry here for the big tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. 10 yards
on the draw. This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And an Eagles first down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Prescott now from the 50. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. 2nd down and 8. Prescott off play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a keeper with Prescott. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak. And now Brian Schottenheimer not happy on the sideline, and he's going to throw the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And 7.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Prescott to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Prescott. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Open man is Mingo. Complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And he's got it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, the Steelers at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And this is the home team running back. He's going to take this one in 11 yards on the touchdown run. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's one of the most dangerous playmakers in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets a seal here, and off he goes. The Lions have built a comfortable advantage. 24-7 they lead at the half. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's Dylan Gabriel. 12 yards on the touchdown. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Browns lead by a field goal at halftime. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Looking to throw. Prescott stripped. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
With it is Brown. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over first and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott from the gun on third. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 12.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. but I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Boyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
this offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Williams running left. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshowed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Now a first carry for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
He completes this one to Mingo. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 45. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The visitors' offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Brown. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He spins free. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 32. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's a give to Bigsby. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. Powering forward. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A quick throw there is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime. Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all. Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And that's caught by Williams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Dak. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Here's 1st down. Again, it's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And it'll be a good time at Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while.